Social media platforms are drastically changing every single year. Just a few years back, you didn't even know what a TikTok was. And now it's the biggest social media platform that's coming in. And now Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, they're all trying to compete and actually step up their game. And so another year is coming to an end with 2022, and it's been a crazy year for social media. Meta, they just laid off 11,000 people. Twitter, Elon Musk picked it up and it's going crazy. And TikTok is continuously on the rise. And while Twitter's going through a messy management change that might, really change the game when it comes to social media, there's a lot of things that are gonna happen in 2023. And this video is gonna talk about my predictions in the social media realm and how you can actually go ahead and tap into some of these, things that are gonna happen this coming year to make money for your agency, your business, or just grow on social media. So let's go ahead and dive into this video and the predictions for 2023. When creating a social media plan, it's necessary for you to remember the marketing environment's always changing, right? What's happening yesterday might not work tomorrow, and what's working tomorrow might not work the next day. So you wanna be on top of trends, but you can't always just be monitoring the market. That's what I do. So make sure you tune into this channel on a week-by-week basis to know what's happening real time in today's world that can make your agency a success. And my point in saying that is just that as you run an agency, as you're trying to optimize your social media and grow your brand, you just need to be constantly aware of what's happening and what's changing in the environment so you can not only stay ahead of it, but be ready for when shifts happen. And I don't think there's like algorithm changes happening day in, day out, but I do think there's some things that are gonna happen in 2023 that are gonna shake up the social media landscape. However, no one can predict the future with certainty, right? We don't have 100% truth or facts on what's gonna happen. And you're not gonna find any wild, brain reading predictions as far as the future in this video. You're gonna find some things that, based on my experience, kind of logical, likely predictions that I see are going to happen over the coming year. So let's go ahead and start with Facebook. Now, Facebook was everyone's favorite social media platform, right? It was like the initial social media platform that came in and brought people onto social media. It was my first platform. I didn't have MySpace. Even though Facebook is declining and dying off pretty bad, Mark Zuckerberg and the company is planning to revive it. He hasn't given up hope on the platform. In fact, they're actually investing, continuing to build and adjust the algorithms to make it a better platform to use. And I believe that in 2023, Facebook's actually gonna go ahead and start incorporating artificial intelligence more into the platform and into the way that you see posts. So Mark Zuckerberg said that Facebook's actually gonna get a little facelift and help you be able to find content from pages you don't follow. Right now, most people on Facebook, the content you see as a viewer is just content from the people you follow, your friends, stuff like that. But with all the other platforms, the Discover feature is where most people spend their time. I think on TikTok, most people spend their time on the For You page. On Instagram, the first page people look at typically is gonna be the Discover page where you can actually see different kinds of posts. And so coming in 2023, 40% of the posts you see on your primary feed are gonna actually originate from pages you don't follow. That's a big change. If Facebook can readjust their algorithm to actually perform better and show content that people wanna see, I think people are gonna move to the platform. Instagram is a powerful platform for companies looking to take their brand to the next level, drive conversions and leads. In fact, it's probably the number one, just speaking from my experience, the number one platform over the last 5 years for people to actually do business on. It's easier for people to take action on Instagram than any other platform. Twitter, TikTok, all that combined. And since Instagram is Meta's largest platform with 1 billion monthly active users, you wanna make sure that you're using Instagram, obviously, to actually stay up to trends. And so when it comes to Instagram right now, Reels is really the platform, the place you wanna be at. But what I anticipate happening in 2023 is it's actually gonna be an addition of another feature. I don't know what it is yet, but Instagram will add another core feature. We've got stories, we've got feed, we've got Reels. There will be another core feature. It could be a community of some kind, a way for people to connect. Again, I'm not sure what it is, but I do believe that Instagram is going to release a new feature in 2023. Now, since Meta really is investing heavy into tech and VR, we're gonna start to see how VR comes into social media and starts playing a role with our daily usage. So While Facebook, may or may not be able to get some new juice with an adjusted algorithm, it's always going to have a major play in the space because it has so many active users and so much data from those users that Meta and virtual reality is going to tap into. All right, now let's talk about the next wave of celebrities, social media influencers. I mean, it's hard to say the next wave of influencers or celebrities because influencers are the current kind of celebrity. Like if you go look and you see who the paparazzi is following, it's not actors of yesteryear, it's guys like Logan Paul who rose from social media. And so this definitely isn't gonna slow down. What I see is influencers becoming a more critical aspect of all businesses moving forward. In fact, businesses are gonna switch to being more content driven. Videos become massive. I mean, look, everyone's making video content now and businesses are gonna have to step up. We don't really see Walmart or Home Depot being too trendy on their content game, but all these old companies, especially Fortune 500 companies that maybe a little bit sleepier, they're gonna have to find ways to leverage social media and video with influencers. It's not paying some hot girl to lay on a beach and take a photo with your product. It's about getting good, organic, user-generated content from these creators. In fact, I actually think that some of the largest brands are going to be partnering and bringing in creators and influencers to actually be an equity shareholder in their brand. Some brands, so I think Mr. Beast is creating his own, but this year in 2023, we're gonna see some brands actually partner with big influencers and have them come in to be a part of the brand. So 2022 saw a massive rise in UGC or user-generated content. Basically what that is a brand sends a product, they send their new water bottle out to the user and either influencers, large influencers or smaller influencers, and they say, hey, make an ad with this video. And it doesn't really feel like an ad. Like they can literally just be sipping on the bottle, say, yeah, I love this bottle, or they make a skit or whatever it is. But UGC has become really, really important in 2022, right? Everyone has a phone capable of creating content. And every year it seems like iPhone, Apple is making their phones cameras better and every single phone camera is getting more impressive. And so it's easy for anyone, anywhere to create content that feels organic and actually just feels like you're seeing a regular feed post. I see UGC becoming even more prevalent where the majority of ads you see are just a customer of that company sharing their story, and it gives the ability for customers to share their voice with the world and actually be able to say what they want to say about the companies they work with. Since users are used to seeing organic content from people and from creators, traditional ads just aren't performing as well as they used to. You look at any stat on this. So what's gonna happen is we need to have more organic feeling content from influencers and creators inside of these ads. And this is where user-generated content really is gonna come into play. And it's just absolutely crushing it. So the thing is, user-generated content doesn't look like ads. If you look at some of the best performing ads, you wouldn't even know that it's different from just a regular piece of content. It just feels like something baked in. There's some really amazing brands that have figured out ways to do this, but I think that's gonna be even bigger this year in 2023. Another prediction that I'm anticipating is the rise of AR and VR as well. But I think that AR, which is augmented reality, it's kind of the blend of, hey, we're actually taking products that in the real world and we're combining them with some form of virtual reality. It's gonna become a lot more popular. We've seen Meta recently, Facebook Meta, whatever you want to call it, they released the Meta Quest Pro. And what those are is they're VR glasses that kind of bridge the gap between VR and reality, where you can actually still see periphery around the screens, unlike current VR that you actually have to strap onto your head and you're out of it. And in it, it's designed for the workforce and people that run businesses. And so you can actually create a multi-screen setup by putting the Meta Quest Pro on. And so I think that in 2023, we're gonna see more companies tapping into that and finding ways to actually blend virtual reality and real life world into social media. What I think would be really cool is if companies start incorporating VR as a way to try on clothes, or you tap into a service before you buy it. If they can create these ecosystems, it's already happening. Imagine if you could go in and you could actually shop a store. Instead of buying groceries on your phone and having them delivered, or going to the supermarket and buying it yourself. Imagine being able to literally go into a store in a computer screen, virtual reality, and seeing all the items that are currently in stock, the deals, and you can just like drop them into your virtual cart and add everything. I think it'd be really cool for something like that to exist. And I think we're gonna see more of that. I think we'll see the first breakthrough of real practical AI. We've seen a little bit of AI that's come out that's practical over the last 3 months, even with Lenza. It was like create photos of yourself in AI. Dolly for OpenAI, GTP3, Jasper with copywriting. And so I think that AI is becoming more practical in our real world. And over the next year, there's gonna be one major breakthrough with AI where we're actually using AI and we're using it in a real world basis. On Meta's end, you could expect Meta to actually start tying in VR. Just wait till you see like, hey, on Instagram, you can actually share a post in VR. Or if Instagram is gonna add the ability for people to actually post full videos, and they do have that functionality on Facebook, but they're gonna add it in a way where it's immersive. So immersive content is gonna become huge in the coming year. But yeah, I would expect some new sharing possibilities coming from Meta. All right, now let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is Twitter. Elon Musk just picked up Twitter. If you don't know that, you've probably been sleeping under a rug or in a cave, however that saying goes. And it's clear that Elon is making some serious changes, not only to the company, but also the way the platform works. The algorithm is having a major facelift. He's currently removing bot accounts like robot, not like purchased. And the idea here is like, it's actually fascinating. He's gonna be adding ways for creators to get paid. He's gonna be reintroducing the way video is done. And he might even bring back Vine. If you don't know it, Twitter actually owns the platform Vine. And Vine was really the OG short form vertical video content platform. And so if he brings back Vine as either a separate app or a separate element of Twitter, I believe that Twitter is gonna have a massive resurgence of power. And once they start paying creators to be on their platform, it's gonna absolutely shake up the industry. Well, social media is constantly shifting and evolving, and at any moment, something new can come around. Like TikTok, again, exploded in the last year. Something new might come around in 2023, but stay tuned. I will make an update video as this year goes on, and to kind of look and see how many of these predictions actually came true. But with so many inventions coming up every single day, and the addition of new things like AI, virtual reality, the landscape of social media and the internet is changing like crazy. So that's it for today's video. If you guys liked this video and you guys thought, hey, this was interesting, I learned something new, was inspired, or was just purely entertained, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Seriously, like if you're still here watching this right now, even if you're someone that doesn't really leave comments that often, just drop one below. Even if it's like a thumbs up, just leave me something so I know that you're sitting here watching it. Look, this is a relatively new channel, and I just started this. I don't really know exactly my audience, what you guys want to see, who's watching this. So if you're here, maybe there's only a handful of people here. If you're still watching this, leave me a comment so I know you're here. I appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next video.